So hey guys, I thought it might be kind of interesting to do my after suit care routine. So you can see I just got back inside after filming 2 dance videos in a row. I threw Malibu off and then laid on my bed for like a couple minutes to catch my breath, which is a general routine. I'm still in my Under Armour. Here I am, hi. And I'm gonna deal with her. So I'm gonna first take out, hang on. So yeah, first things first, I take out her padding. It's not wet. If it was, I'd let it dry out and air out a bit more, but sweat didn't soak through to it. It usually doesn't, because my Under Armour is really good. Nice heat series. So I'll just set this to the side, and in a minute I'll spray it down. And I've got this nice solid wooden hanger. It's very strong, very sturdy. So now I have her bodysuit flipped inside out as best I can. Obviously your tail doesn't go inside out. And then I'm going to spray it down with my nice Lobita Works Fursuit disinfectant spray. This is watermelon scented because Malibu is a fruity gal. She's got to have her fruit spray. And yeah, I'm just going to give a general spritz down to the whole body, especially focusing on high tension areas like the armpits where there's a lot of sweat. Then I make sure to do the other side too. This is how Malibu looks inside out, if you ever wondered. So at this point, if she was kind of wet with sweat and need to dry out, I would let her dry out and keep her inside out for a bit. But she's actually alright. She's had a couple minutes to air out and that should be fine. So I'm going to turn her the right way out and brush her out. Then while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and give her, this stuff is kind of running low, but I'm gonna give her padding a spray, and on that side too, because don't want it to get grubby either. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back in the closet. So right now she's a pretty scruffy bird, but not for long, so I've got my wire slicker brush, and we're just gonna go ahead and brush out everything. So I'm not going to film the whole thing, but it's best to brush this way with the brush so that you don't pull out as much hair, because obviously they're not real animals. I hope you know that. So the hair is not going to grow back. So it's best to do it backwards. Yeah, so I'll get her all brushed out, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. Alright, and now she's set. And I should mention that if she got any stains, like she often does when we go out, I would have gotten those off too, but actually she's looking okay. We were just in the grass, so she is totally fine. And now I'm just going to let her sit out here for a little bit and chill while I deal with some of her other parts. Hand paws are nice and easy. They just need a quick brush down and a spray, and then they're good. Now we're in the bathroom right now to deal with her feet, which actually really aren't so bad today. But because they're white, anytime we go outside, we always get a little bit of this around the edges. And sometimes I just don't worry about it, but I try and keep ahead of it. So I use wet paper towels with a little bit of this. It's called Caroba Devil Stains. This one's for blood, dairy, and ice cream, but it also works for just dirt. And I kind of rub and dab a little bit of this along the area and get it nice, and then let it sit for a couple seconds, and then go over it again with a wet paper towel and a dry paper towel. It's really not going to look great until I give her a proper bath, but for now this is good. I'll brush these out, spray them down, and stick a dryer sheet in them, and then they are good to go. Yeah, my little fursuit drawer here, I've got a couple of these lovely dryer sheet packages. They're really nice because they keep things smelling fresh, and they also absorb moisture. So they're great if you're storing things around for a while. So I'm going to stick a couple of these in each foot, and then they'll be good. And then last but not least, the piece de resistance, her head. So that's kind of basic as well. We're going to make sure that it's not too damp inside, which I was wearing a balaclava, so it really shouldn't be. Yeah, it's not damp at all. If it was, like after a really long suiting, even it can be even with the balaclava, then I would stick it with this fan facing like this and put the suit head on top of it and kind of let it air out a bit. but I don't think that's very necessary today, so we just won't worry about it. But we are going to brush out the whole thing, and for that I have this smaller brush too for the more detailed areas. It's got a lot of stuff in it right now, but yeah, for the more detailed areas like her beak, small areas that I can't get my big brush around, so I'll just do that. A very important point for anyone that has fleece suits or suits with fleece accents like her beak here, they do still need to be brushed. It can still kind of pill, so you can see around here that's kind of nasty looking, but you just take a little brush and brush it out and it looks a hell of a lot better. So, like that, a lot better. So that does need to be done regularly. So yeah, brush your suits, no matter what, brush your suits. Alright, so now she's back to looking like her fabulous self, and we can spray her down. We do have to be more careful when we're spraying down the suit head, because this right here is paint, and if you get moisture on it, it can start to come off. So basically you're just going to want to cover the eye and spray, and cover an eye and spray, and then you can do that on the inside. Here. You're gonna want to, that's her little tag. You can barely see, I guess you can't see inside of it, but you're gonna cover up, here, see if I can do it. There we go, you wanna cover up those inside eye holes and spray. And then as kind of an extra nice thing, I like to stick this unopened bar of nice smelling soap inside her head, like so. Just right side inside her neck, and then stick her on her shelf. So that way she's gonna smell extra pretty, like she does all the time. And that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna go get myself clean because my suit smells great, but I smell sweaty and gross. So I hope you enjoyed this in some way. Leave me questions or suggestions if you want. Alright, bye.